Let's see. We began to make camp in a small valley when we heard the scream of a stranger. A scavenger, with a white line painted across his face, ran towards the camp with his weapons drawn. It was clear that the others would soon come to his noise. The warrior men stopped some distance from us, and there was as if there was an invisible barrier.
How dare you camp here? We will kill you for this.
What have we done? The scavenger looked at us, his mouth agape.
This is a holy burial site. You're stepping on our dead.
He began to fire wildly into the air.
You dare desecrate our dead without even knowing it?
I'll ask for forgiveness. Scavenger looked at me and spat upon the ground.
You do not understand what you've done.
Began to fire at us, and we dove for cover. In moments, other scavengers appeared and fired at us. Okay, so they're pissed off. Let's add the goodies. Do we lose some people? Like Hermit. The Wanderer's okay. Bandit Sapper is pretty good. I'm gonna lose the Scouts. Anybody else that's not particularly helpful? I'm gonna lose the back. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, we get the Initiate, and we can boost him. Okay, copy a random enemy leader card and add it to your hand. He's a 3/3. Now, I could just kill him. But we'll wait. Get him, I'm gonna bolster him. I still have a quick shot. Probably should have saved that for something else, but whatever. Ooh. No, this is fine. Okay. So let's Merciless. Kill those two. Bust that up. I don't remember what that gets me, but it's worth it. Let's get the beast. Ah, damn it. The beast showed up directly behind her. Why? Okay. So I've got Salvo. I've got Battle Cry. If I do Battle Cry, they'll survive. Does kill the beast in the back, but that's okay. Probably should have paid attention to him. Ah, Revenge. Spawned a drone. Sweet. Took some vegetables, some pilgrims, and some tea. So, Scavenger Savant, Wanderer with Taunt, and a Machine Guard. Barrier, Fury, and Revenge. Add an Autocannon leader card to your hand. Cool. And then do we head for the food, or do we bypass? Because it could just skip the food. Because traveling doesn't cost any more food. Yeah, what do I do? Do I want to skip the food, skip the... I'm assuming this is a market. Yeah, that's just a village. Let's head up for the camp. Let's see. Hello. Pain, like lightning striking my forehead. It was the first thing I felt. I could sense the cold blue light of the star in the space behind my eyes. Then the thunder rolled in, and the images and words the spirit had blessed me with invaded my vision. It was too much, packed into too small of a space. A jug overflowing. Open up. A flood of images rushed over me. I reached out like a man drowning, and held on to the first solid image I could reach. Like the voices showed me impeccably arranged gardens. Oh, as the voice showed me impeccably arranged gardens. They held a myriad of plants, some I'd never seen, arranged in orderly rows and stacked neatly on top of one another, growing out of stone. It was a miracle of light and water. But there were empty beds, and the more I looked, the more I noticed them. This perfect garden was incomplete. The images faded as the floodgates in my mind closed again. I opened my eyes and found myself on the ground, the taste of iron coursing across my tongue. The meal I had been eating was strewn onto the ground, and everyone was staring at me, their own dinners forgotten. The voice in my head was quiet now, but I had seen many things. Most useful among them was the image seen as if through the eyes of a bird. A small area with a bounty of edible plants not too far from me. Speak of your vision. The star has shown me the future. It has sent me a vision of the crypt, of our future. A bountiful harvest awaits within its safe walls. But not just that. It has told me that there is a garden not too far from here that will help feed us on our journey. Many in the convoy cried out in joy, or were spurred into prayers of thanks by this divine help. Okay, so I can heal 3 followers or heal myself. I'm gonna heal myself. I got spare followers that I can roll with. A lot of wounded people, but that's okay. Not much to do on this camp, but that's fine. So yeah, we're gonna roll up here, grab that, and then head back down and around, probably. I will take my time. And fight! Okay, that's probably fine. Look, let's pop the Khajiit Youngling. I think I'm going to try and do Blessed Strength on it, if it survives. Alternatively, what else can I do? I've got 4. So if I do Bandit Sapper, and then Blessed Strength, I can just kill him. Perfect. Okay. I like how fast some of these battles go. They can be a little bit rough when they go on. Ooh. We noticed a strange smell in the air. Eventually we saw the cause. An entire section of forest on the other side of the valley was on fire. There was a large river between us and the fire, so we could enjoy the wild spectacle of the flames as they burned through the night. I should probably pop some fun bits. Oh, hey, I can level up again. Aimed shot, headshot, or energize. We want energize. Always energize. That turns a weak little weenie character into somebody seriously beefy. Enter camp. We might as well pop one of these. Tea? Healing warmth. Yep, that's worth it. Especially because we're going into one of these. Probably should have gone for one of the more useful fighting ones, because these are usually tough. Ooh, boy, yeah, they're tough. Beast Pack. Elite. Let's lose the Crash Jacker. Okay, I'm gonna drop the Union Sapper. I'm gonna want to hold on to these. Merciless is gonna be too good. Well, never mind. I like her. She's not gonna live very long, unfortunately. Let's see, what can we do? So I've got Salvo and Burst Fire. They're not going to work very well. I could drop this Scavenger. And Merciless would just wreck me. So I'm going to pop the Bandit Sapper. And Salvo that guy. Not very pretty. Really hoping. Oh, that's just mean. That's double mean. Okay, so what do I got? I got the Spark Shaman. I also have the Shield Comrade. Shield Comrade would not survive. But maybe it doesn't need to. Let's drop the Spark Shaman. We're gonna quick shot that guy. Turns him into a 4/4. So we'll survive. He will not. Assuming he goes for me. Dang it! Stop doing that. Oh, that's okay. So what do we have? Can't do Merciless. That'd be pointless. Could do Shield Comrade. Let's drop Shifty Scavenger. Bolster him. Drop the hermit behind and smack him one real hard. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to come down to a battle of us wailing on each other. Which is frustrating. Okay, well, I should be able to just kill him. Yeah, we'll just kill him. I was hoping to get that blessing bonus on somebody else, but no dice. We did get a shit ton of food, though. Heyo, bounty of edible plants. Let's see. Outriders came back with worrying news. They saw the metallic bodies of a swarm patrol in the distance. We continued with caution and prepared our weapons. A few hours later, we found the burnt-out husk of a carriage standing in the middle of the road. Bodies of animals and humans, pierced by energy weapons, were scattered around it. This could have been us. Approach. We get batteries and 2 survivors. A Thunderblade charge. Fury. Follower has rage for 1 turn. Rage is the one that lets them hit multiple people. Okay, that's worth it. Okay. Wind picked up as we reached the place I'd seen in my mind. A small stretch of fertile soil. Fertile red soil, hidden in a small valley alongside a rushing stream, but we are not the first to get here. The familiar shapes of dark rusters moved through the tall grass, trundling along the same paths they had cut. Burned or trampled over weeks. Some of the machines were covered in sticky pollen and bits of grass. Others showed the naked ceramics and in-process decay of their shells. Attack! If we wanted to harvest the plants in the area, the rusters had to go. We readied our weapons, took a position, and opened fire. I am just fighting everything. Okay, Union Sapper, Bandit Sapper. I've got a lot of wounded, but that's okay. Let's grab the Thunderblade. Anybody else? Nope. Okay, that's actually a pretty good setup. So, question is... Ooh, hi. Attacker regains 1 energy. Interdasting. Revenge 2 damage to all units in opposing row. Okay, so let's get the Graham Rager and the Wild Hand. Do we attack or do we move? We'll attack. Might as well do the damage. I'll move him on the next round if he survives. Actually, I'm probably going to kill him to kill the buzzer. Oh, never mind. Okay, so what do we got? So I've got Hermit. I've got Bolster. Let's bolster her. Let's see. I could kind of kamikaze this one. Or alternatively, I could just salvo it. Let's just salvo it. Save my dudes. Wail on him a bit. Okay. So, taunt and a barrier. Frustrating. Well, we can go after the barrier. The problem is killing the guy is harder. I could kill him. We don't have anybody with taunts currently. But I could save up. Yeah, let's just get the Enforcer. Fury. Ooh. Okay, so we gotta kill him quick. He's the only one with taunt, though. Okay, so we're gonna Neural Shiv him. And take him out. Perfect. I like the Enforcer. He looks cool. He's inconvenient, but he looks cool. Okay. The last Ruster's whirring engine died, and the field was finally ours. Taking apart the machine for parts, we noticed that each of the machines had stored a different type of plant. Des said, maybe they had been trying to collect these, or examine them. We'll collect some of those plants. A few of us examined the plants the machines had collected, looking for similar examples to collect and preserve. Meanwhile, the rest of the convoy picked up as much food as we could store. Okay, I was hoping that would give me something a little bit more than that, but that's okay. Let's see. So we're starting to take some serious wounds here, but that's okay. Because I can take the more direct route in the future. Okay. Right next to the road, there was a huge motor wagon that apparently had broken down. A small group of scavengers were already working on it. They gave us hostile looks as we came closer, making a bit of show with their feeble weapons. Great for valuables. Happy to get rid of some of the loot loot that early. They offered us a good price for some useful materials. Well, that was worth it. We are not a believer. We shared our meal as the night approached. When we heard shouts and screams from one of the fires, two boys were at each other's throats, after one had insulted the other. Break them up. Such conflicts can never be allowed to erupt. We separated the two and sent them off to a week of latrine duty. Why are... Oh, those are the two guys. Alright, whatever. Inspect convoy. We have halosense. Instruments. Let's do beast armor for now. Okay, so we do have the ability to recruit. Yeah, let's do it. Especially because we can buy, well, we could buy some more food. I was really hoping we could buy some more luxury items. I guess it's probably intentional that you can't buy too much of that stuff. Because that's the real limitation. Food is an incredibly high supply, not so much the other stuff. Alright, let's recruit followers. Pack leader or a black scale Garam. Grab a pack leader. Should probably get cheaper dudes. Overwhelming Fury? No. Roaring? Januar. Fury. Push the first enemy follower into the opposing row. Or Januar Bear. Let's grab the bear. Let's grab the black scale Gram. Not as excited about that, but that's okay. Okay, and we've got a leader trainer. Start learning. Prophet's Grace. Reduce the cost of target friendly convoy card by X, where X is the amount of armor on your leader, but at least one. Lose all armor. Well, that's kind of meaningless for me. When a friendly follower is healed, that follower is refreshed. Unfortunately, we have nothing. Target follower with attack 5 or more. Let's grab that one. Just because there are some beefy dudes that we'll want to get rid of. And yeah, we still don't need food. Dome City. Never done Dome City before. Our scouts reported that we were near a larger structure than was marked on the map. We drove our vehicles right up to it and gazed at an assembly of large geodesic domes that were connected to each other. There was a breathtaking amount of plant life growing both around and inside the buildings. A seemingly sturdy tower stood in the middle of the domes. Domes! Explore the domes! We entered into the compound through one of the larger dome's giant doors. The air was very humid and we had to hack our way through the sprawling undergrowth. But a few of these plants might be edible. Perhaps we can just harvest some food and then move on, Des remarked. Sure. Never mind. We're in the middle of picking up roots and gathering edible leaves when we heard a sharp click. The trap suddenly sprung to life, hitting Sheerans with a wooden spear and showering the rest of us in splinters. Dropping what we had, we grabbed the wounded and fled to the entrance. Well, let's not do that again. Let's see. We pushed through the undergrowth towards the central tower. Behind a door that was quickly opened with some force was a large chamber. The plants had claimed this place too, but in the far wall we could see an open elevator shaft leading up. Sukumar pointed to the corner of a room. Look, a shrine for the tender. Incense and food offerings were laid at the feet of the mural of the goddess. Large food offering. Well, that didn't help with happiness, but everybody's a believer. So, handful of the fresher food and water from our stores and place them at the goddess's feet. Now let's investigate the elevator. Floors were labeled Specimen Analysis Laboratory and other complicated names. The elevator shaft was a black chasm leading straight up. At the very top, there was a hint of light that quickly vanished as we looked up. There were handholds here, worn and used, but no trace of people. The entire place looked rickety and dangerous. Climb! The way up was tricky, but easier than we first assumed. What at first seemed to be rust and damage turned out to be paint and scratches. Still, at one point, Ishita was almost hit by a heavy stone trap designed to knock intruders down the shaft. We reached the place where we saw the light. Halfway up the shaft, an elevator door was wedged open, but stood covered with a pane of wood to block light from reaching the chasm. We pushed the pane aside and entered another large chamber. Warm light fell through the dimmed windows, and all manner of furniture was rearranged to separate the room into smaller spaces. Bits and pieces of plants were strewn everywhere. Everything seemed cramped and haphazard. There was a hint of movement. We mean you no harm. Let's see. My call was quickly swallowed by the room. We weren't sure if some heard us, and were about to move deeper when a shaky voice answered. We don't bad, you outsider. You bad, leave. Bad people don't give to the gods. It took a few more friendly words, but eventually the wild bunch of inhabitants appeared. They had been living here in isolation for a long time. Though they barely spoke, we learned that run-ins with bandits or raiders had scared them. Without the skills or weapons to defend themselves, they had resorted to traps to keep the evil outsiders at bay, and had discouraged anyone from trying their luck in the tower. No wonder the bounty of food was a prize target for anyone. Still, they were willing to talk with us. Let's see, do you have anything to trade? Sweet! Yes, and the small figure vanished into the room, reappearing with heaps of useful items. Here, you take, you leave. Well, we could try harvesting plants again. Yep. Okay, so this time no trap, and we get some bread. Not that we really needed bread, but still. Oof, those are some injuries. Okay. Settlement being attacked by rusters. Pretty much always. Okay. I like this setup. Let's do Wild Hand. And do we grab the Wanderer? Yeah. The more people we can just chuck, the better. I really like the mecha design in this game. They look sweet. Okay. So, they've got some duders. I guess we might as well burst fire. It's a bit expensive. But giving myself an opening that big feels worthwhile. Okay. So, do I scratch him? I'll scratch him. That gets rid of his shield. This guy is butts. And I don't like him. I'm gonna have to kill him somehow. Because Warrior Monk and Reinforcer are options. That'll protect the rest of my dudes. Well, not all of them. Okay, so we can Neural Shiv. Energize. If we kill this guy... Oh, I can just kill him. Problem solved. Okay, so we get some batteries, some machine parts, and we're good. Let's ask for help. Hey! +4 Ultras, 2 healed on Profit, and healed 3 of my dudes. That's worth it. Lacking hope. Let's pass out some, let's see, tea? Or Eric alcohol. Unstable charge. Let's drink some booze. And next time we get the chance, if we see any at a market, I'm just gonna buy. Let's see. A woman. Okay, just off the road, we encountered 2 figures who sat in the dust. They held up empty bowls, their blank expression and hollow cheeks indicating they're close to starvation. One of them was an old woman with tangled hair and cloudy eyes, the other a young girl who was almost naked except for a few rags. Invite them to join. Get extra Ultras, and we end up with a Berserker. Start of your turn, game +20. That's fun. We indicated them to climb on one of the wagons. The old woman shooed the young girl towards us, but stayed behind, too weak to travel. She waved us goodbye, while the girl just stared ahead in a catatonic state. Aww. Our convoy approached a fortified structure. Behind a rough barricade that consisted of rubble, wire, and wooden stakes, smoke rose from a handful of buildings. Gate to the settlement was closed and guards were watching us from the towers. Investigate. Our scouts circled the fort to avoid an ambush. They reported back after a while. The settlement was well protected, but all seemed normal. Approach. We cautiously brought the wagons closer to the fort, trying to maintain a peaceful impression. The heavily armed guards demanded from us to state our identity and purpose, explain ourselves. There's some commotion behind the scenes. Then we were allowed to enter the settlement. A vigilant commander wielding a plasma rifle greeted us. Judging from her attire and posture, she seemed to be a trained soldier. We can recruit the commander, trade for food, recruit commander. We tried to talk to the commander into joining us. Finally, she agreed, but only in exchange for a significant amount of food from the settlement. Yup, done. And we get a heretic. Harpy, Taunt, Fury, all undamaged friendly followers gain +1/1. I like that. Onwards. Just before we took off in the early hours of the morning, two followers brought Brunta to me. They had caught their prisoner in the night, picking through their belongings. We demand justice. Make an example, expel the criminal, show mercy. Mercy. We all err, especially in youth. Brunta was instructed never steal again and keep her nose out of other people's belongings. Furthermore, they were to work in the service of the accusers for the next 2 weeks to come. Hey, that works out. We had reached the spaceport. Haphazard clusters of containers, their paint long since worn off, and replaced with new markings, surrounded the main hangars and the neighboring control towers. Large cheering and cries from the many market bays filled the air. Here we could get anything: food, guns, and slaves. Okay, so we've unlocked the daily challenge. Let's see. Let's heal up my duders. There's one left. Let's look at the rest of this. So we could recruit some followers? Sure. I got plenty. So, overwhelming. Revenge. Destroyed by a follower. That follower is stunned. When this follower attacks, draw a convoy card. Overflows my hand is kind of fast. But I like it. Hello. Hey! It's the guy from the cover. Hardened veteran. Overwhelming. When this follower deals damage, a random convoy card in your hand gains 0/1. Ooh, nice. Ooh, okay, so we could get the asshole that never dies. We can get the hardened veteran, or we can get belligerent. At the end of your turn, gain 2/0 until the start of your next turn. So, do we want to grab... Do we want to grab the guy that buffs everybody else, one other person, or... No, let's grab this asshole. He is just too strong. Sniper, Fury. All wounded convoy cards in your hand gain 2/0. Let's see. Robust, Fury. If this follower is wounded, gain 2/2. Or for each damaged follower on your side, deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Ooh. That's kind of good. Let's go with that one. Sniper would be nice, maybe, but I like him. Okay, market. Hey, they do have some things. Space plate. When an enemy plays an armor card, draw a leader card. Secure. Okay, that's pretty good. Hedgehog drone. But it's doubly unreliable. Bandit outfit. So lure, follower gains taunt. All your followers with taunt gain a bonus. When a follower enters, battles a neighbor. Ooh. Okay. Let's sell some things, because I've got a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna armor up. My gun upgrades are kind of nice, but they're not that amazing. Let's see. Because I'd like to buy some happiness-related things too, but first, get rid of the machine pistol and the combat knife. Because both are kind of nice, but they're not amazing, whereas these are really good. Space plate especially. And this gives me 4 starting HP. Always? I was hoping it would give me a little bit more. I guess armor doesn't stack. Well, it's fine. Stone Chakra is amazing. Okay, so next up we want to do... We're going to want to go to the market. Let's sell machine pistol, because that's just got salvo. I like salvo, but I don't need it. Righteous strength is kind of nice, but I don't need it. Okay. And while we're here, I'm going to buy edible oils and tea. Leaving me with 10. That's fine. Soft market, hard market, container city. Explore the area. Recruit followers. Okay, our exploration of the spaceport brought us to the containers. A gigantic mess of old, colorful shipping containers was covered with cobwebs of chain bridges, supply and laundry lines. Prayer flags and incense indicated the presence of several hidden shrines and temples. Pray to the gods. Extra believers, extra happiness. Cool, that'll help. We found a tiny shrine to Buja, the technopathic saint. The small altar was cared for by an old but robust priestess in crimson robes and her frail-looking husband. We joined them in prayer and lit the sacred flame to bless our path. Control center. Let's see. Enter the merchant area. Okay. 2 sturdy plast concrete towers stood apart from the central hangars overlooking the mess. There were 2 entrances, one for the local fighting pits, and the other for the far more exclusive area where merchants had their dwellings. The latter was surrounded by barricades. The only access was a busy checkpoint where the visitors were thoroughly searched and questioned. Let's go there. Okay, turns us away. Interesting. Visit the casino. Let's see. We could try and place a small bet. Sure. Hard market. Shop for rare equipment. No, soft market. Slave area. Look for work. We do not have nearly enough people. Alright, well, never mind. Let's see. Well, we are maxed out and poor. Interesting. This one's linear. With some deviation. That's okay. The outriders stopped the convoy quickly when they saw the rusting tower looming in the distance. We scouted closer. It was clear from their military garb of the inhabitants that the Raj Guard manned the tower, but it was too late, as we too had been found. A booming voice came from on top of the tower. "You're in the land of the Raj. Reveal yourself or we will shoot. We are just travelers." We stood up, our hands in the air. The figure on top of the tower revealed himself, a bald man with a prosthetic arm, and from his tower, assessed our convoy. "Travelers, well, you're using the Raj's road. Proud soldiers have died to protect this road, and you, from small beasts and scavengers. You must understand that we require a small toll. Food." Man in the tower looked at our offering and tutted. "It's enough, let them pass." The guards around us relaxed and happily took the food from us. One even smiled. "Thank you, we haven't eaten in a few days." Well, didn't have anything else. Do need to worry about food a little bit here, but that's okay. The convoy wandered through the midday haze. We stopped hard as the front carriage had fallen into a large hole. Men and women in the clothes of the Raj Guard came out of the wilderness with their weapons trained on us. A man with a thin scar across his cheek and an eye patch walked closer and looked at us. "Nope, no idea." Clapped twice and walked away. "Kill them for trespassing." Well, that's fine. I should be good. Let's see. So I have a lot of people. Let's add Harpy, the aesthetic. Let's see, Machine Guard. Yes. Berserker, yes. I can fit 4 more in. Let's grab her. What's up with her? Oh. Is she dead, or... I'm not sure what that skull means, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Let's grab the Bandit Sapper. Banwar Charger. And do we bother with the Pack Leader? No, let's grab the Black Scale Giram. Okay, let's lose Enforcer. I don't think we want him right now. Okay, Improvise. Reduce the cost of a target card in your hand by 1. Cool. Crashjacker. You get to go early. Sniper with Blast. Oof. Okay. Taunt Fury. All undamaged followers gain a bonus? Well, that's nice. Okay, that should work. We'll see how this goes. Blast? Oh, she's got blast, doesn't she? I guess putting them next to each other was a bad move. Well, that's... Nope, nope. They don't do anything. You fool! Dead bodies of our enemies litter the area. Okay, so I'm still poor as dirt. But that's okay. I should be able to reach the end of this, no problem. Market, buy and sell. Sell? I guess I got some plant fibers. Let's see. Inspect convoy. There we go. Let's do edible oils. I'm just gonna pop one of these after every fight. Let's see. So I could recruit more, but I don't think I have anything. Let's go get some trade goods. Probably will have to come back. I mean, I got plenty of food and happiness, so this should be okay. Sell the hides and furs. Sell the plant fibers. I don't like how it kind of auto-sorts after every one. Okay. Don't want to recruit. Got some batteries. I haven't leveled up. Let's just leave the camp and head for the fight. We've got other things coming up anyway.